There are methods of working the earth that go back further than any living tradition, practices refined over centuries of careful observation, tested against the real and unforgiving standard of whether a population was fed or hungry, and documented by writers who understood that the accumulation of practical agricultural knowledge was among the most valuable legacies one generation could leave another. Roman agricultural writing occupies a unique place in that tradition. Columella, Pliny the Elder, Cato the Elder, these were not theorists speculating about what might work. They were practitioners and recorders of what demonstrably did work, writing for readers who would immediately test their recommendations against the performance of real land producing real food. The planting method they described in consistent detail across multiple texts, deep hole preparation with layered organic, mineral, and biological amendments placed at root zone depth before transplanting produced yield increases that Columella documented as roughly double the productivity of standard shallow preparation methods in comparable conditions. For nearly 2,000 years after those texts were written, European farmers who had access to them incorporated variations of this method into their most productive practices. When the Industrial Agricultural Revolution arrived and replaced soil building management with input-intensive synthetic fertilization, the method was not disproven. It was simply bypassed, replaced by something faster to implement and more profitable to sell, regardless of whether the outcomes it produced were superior. They were not superior. They were faster. There is a distinction worth sitting with. The Roman system was built on a principle of anticipatory preparation, making the soil environment into which roots would grow productive before those roots arrived, rather than applying amendments to the surface where roots currently sat and hoping chemistry and water movement would carry those amendments to where the roots would eventually be. This distinction seems simple, but its practical implications are significant. Surface-applied fertilizers travel downward through soil by water movement, during which they are subject to volatilization losses, soil chemistry binding, runoff losses during rain events, and pH interactions that reduce their soluble availability before they reach the feeder root tips where uptake actually occurs. Deep-placed amendments at the depth and radius that developing roots will reach suffer none of these losses. They are present at the root tip interface at full concentration and full availability when the root system arrives to use them. The biological component of the Roman preparation, soil collected from beneath productive trees, applied to the planting site to introduce the microbial populations those trees hosted, was doing what modern mycorrhizal science has since confirmed and quantified. Mycorrhizal fungi form symbiotic networks with plant roots that extend effective root reach by hundreds of times, access soil moisture and mineral nutrients from volumes of soil far beyond what uncolonized roots can explore, and exchange those resources with the plant for the carbon compounds the fungi cannot produce themselves. Roman farmers introducing these populations deliberately to their planting sites were giving their transplants access to a biological infrastructure that self-seeded wildland plants access naturally but that garden transplants typically lose during nursery production and never fully recover without deliberate reintroduction. The modern amendment that completes the deep preparation system by providing the targeted nitrogen support for the explosive vegetative growth stage is Spectricide Lawn Fertilizer 3.0.0.0. The link is in the description. Applied to plants whose root systems are developing into deep prepared holes with biological networks already established, the concentrated nitrogen reaches a root surface that is larger, more active, and more efficient than a conventionally shallow planted equivalent at the same growth stage. The result is not simply faster growth, it is proportionally stronger growth, because the root architecture supporting that growth is itself proportionally more developed than the conventional alternative produces. There is something worth reflecting on in the persistence of this method across 2,000 years of practical agricultural observation. The Roman farmers who refined it were responding to the same fundamental reality that every grower in every era responds to: the earth will give abundantly to those who prepare it correctly and partially to those who do not. The preparation is the work. The harvest is the answer the earth gives to the quality of that preparation. The answer the Roman method produces is still available to anyone willing to do the preparation correctly. What begins to stand out, once this method is put into practice, is how little of plant performance is actually decided at the surface. Most of what determines strength, yield, and resilience is happening below ground, in a zone that is rarely given deliberate attention. When that zone is prepared in advance, not just physically, but biologically and nutritionally, the plant enters its growth cycle with an advantage that does not need to be corrected later. There is less dependency on constant feeding, fewer signs of stress during transitions, and a steadiness in development that becomes noticeable within a single season. And over time, that advantage compounds into something even more valuable than yield alone. The soil itself begins to change character. It becomes more structured, more biologically active, and more capable of supporting growth without intervention. Each planting reinforces what the previous one established, building a continuity that replaces the stop-start pattern most gardens fall into. What appears at first as a planting technique reveals itself as a system of long-term soil improvement, one where preparation is not a one-time act, but a repeating process that strengthens the ground with every cycle. The results are not temporary gains, but a gradual shift toward a garden that produces more with less effort, season after season. Subscribe to In the Beginning and check the description for all product links. See you in the next one.